Hello, everyone. We're back for the first episode of Screwjob Affected 2026 and the first stream of the year here. And it's the year-end wrap-up. Last year, we had a lot more fun with it because both companies, AEW wasn't great, but that was fine. But WWE was really good last year. This year, it was a bit harder, boys. I'm not going to lie to you. For one company in particular, it was a lot harder for one. Of course, I'm joined by Dan and Dev. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way, Dev.
Yep.
So, I guess we will start off. These are the awards. I gathered the everyone's reactions. I got you guys. I got all of our friends. I reached out to other communities to come together and put basically a point total on it. So, if you put them first on your list, they got 5, second 4, and so on and so forth. And this is just basically at that point democracy. So for the first time this year, we're gonna do a worst, because last year was so good we didn't even do that, and a tag team, which we didn't do last year either, because tag team wrestling again wasn't really good for either company last year, so didn't bother with that either. But we did it this year. We'll start off with that this year at number 10, and I think it's because that they just won the titles that they got on there. But number 10 is the Babes of Wrath, Harley Cameron, Willa Nightingale. I don't know if you guys can you guys hear me?
I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
not
mean,
a bad
look.
pick for number 10.
it's not a bad pick.
Yeah.
It's about time that Willow and Harley get their flowers and get their due.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Dan?
You figure out.
I think it's a good pick. I think they were good towards the end. Definitely one of the most over teams in that women's tournament.
There's one team in here I'm like, I don't know if they should be on there, but people liked them this year, so we'll see how it goes. Number 9.
Well, what I can only imagine.
If only they knew how to just take a fucking pinfall, they'd be a lot higher. The Hurt Syndicate. They didn't lose the titles technically by being pinned at all. So technically, as a team, they still have not lost. They've put no one over to this point. And that really hurts them.
Yeah, they could have lost clean at any point, but they never did.
No, I don't know. What do you think, Dev?
I think that they needed to lose, like y'all said, a legit match.
Mm-hmm.
No MVP in the middle or outside interfering, because you have Lashley, you have Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
They are big name. To the point that if they lost, you could use them to put over a team.
Yeah, and like they've built a singles title just to probably put it on Bobby Lashley anyway, because the only person he's willing to give an L to is Ricochet for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't get it. And in trios action, the only time they lost,
Either.
MVP took the pin. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Number 8. Oh, this is
AEW needs to use them to put over
Yeah, they definitely do.
people.
Number 8. After seeing their Bound for Glory match, I would not put them anywhere near this top 10. The Hardy Boys.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
Okay, how high were the people that voted for the Hardy Boys?
I don't remember who did. I don't remember who did.
Like, here you go. I have basically been watching the Hardys since they started.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will put it to you this way. They should have stopped about 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, they should have.
Okay. Or at least after, delete, and Brother Nero.
Yeah, like, one match that pissed me off was the two of them taking on the entire Dark State and almost beating them clean.
Yeah. Yeah, like
4-on-2, 4 young dudes who are combined younger than the two of them combined. 4 young dudes were taking L's from the Hardy Boys.
Other than we're talking about guys that could hold their own against a Braun Strowman.
Yeah. Like, they're not 4 little guys or anything like that. Like, they're 4 average to bigger sized dudes. And ancient ass Matt Hardy
We're not talking about the LWO here.
And the other thing is, too, I watched that match.
We're not talking about the LWO.
Like, Matt Hardy did 90% of the work in that match, too. Jeff did nothing in that match. And then you go to Bound for Glory. Because he can't. And then you go for Bound for Glory. One final table. Against the Dudleys. Devon, who hadn't wrestled in a decade. Oh, God.
It was a horrible idea, and it was poorly executed.
They were slow and old, man. God,
I will. The only match I can possibly compare that match to, the only match I can think of that could even come close to being as bad between two teams that should not have even agreed to it. Dream and Taker versus.
Oh, God. Yes. Oh, the Saudi Arabia one.
For fuck's sake.
God.
Kane lost his fucking match.
Dev, I put that. I put that on our worst match ever list, and Dan's like, I don't want to watch it because it didn't happen. Because he loves Michaels too much.
Michaels' last match was at WrestleMania 26. It didn't happen.
Dan. Oh my God.
Okay, fine. I'll give you another. I'll give you another one that probably is bad, and again, unfortunately, involves Taker.
Oh no.
Taker and AJ in the graveyard match.
The difference is that was cinematic, and they protected Taker a lot in that.
Which is the only reason it wasn't any decent.
Yeah. So I don't know how the Hardys got on here, but the other 7 above them, I'm thankfully did have a better year. Why that match? You see, people want to ignore that Michaels match so bad.
Yes.
You bring up trauma.
Well, we're currently talking about the Hardys. We're currently talking about the Hardys match against the Dudley Boys,
which is also bad. So there you
go. Which is like, and my only comparison.
Yeah, I know
those two matches.
Yeah. Next one is the team of Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. Good old Riho.
It's one of those unlikely combinations that works.
Who do you think gave them the number 1 vote there, Dan?
I think I know.
Applejack Ash decided to give Rhea Ripley and Io Sky number 1 vote because she loves Rhea too much.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, yeah. It makes a ton of sense.
You will see a theme in this, Dev, where a particular person, thanks to Jeff and Ash, got a lot of love.
Let me guess, Rhea Ripley?
Well, that's one. You'll see the other one. But I think they're a cute team. I did break Ash's heart when I said, when they inevitably break up, it's gonna be the most heartbreaking thing in your entire life. Because it's gonna happen. It might happen 3 years from now, the way they book. But
I like them together. I like them together
yeah,
because it gives you that combination of strength and high flying,
yeah.
which is always an amazing dynamic
Mhm.
when you put those type of together.
Well, yeah, that's
Look
why
at Big Show and Mysterio.
Exactly, Big Show Mysterio. Big Show with a lot of his partners actually. Like having him with a smaller guy worked out a lot for him.
Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss.
I thought you were gonna say Braun Strowman and Nicholas, and I was gonna slap you.
Think of like a bunch of Kane's tag team partners.
Yeah, Kane and X-Pac, man, let's go.
Kane and X-Pac, Kane and the
Jurassic
Hurricane,
Express.
Team Hell No.
Jurassic Express is a great one.
Yeah.
Jurassic.
Nobody voted for them either, and I was pissed. Yeah, Jurassic Express is a great one.
They get the honorable mention, man.
Yeah, they do, I would say. Well, the honorable mention is probably going to be Fraxium and DIY, because they both had a good year. DIY especially had a good year. It seems like they're over, though, because Ciampa's moving on, but that's unfortunate.
I unfortunately feel like most of the DIY stuff was separate and not as a team.
Yeah, and it's at the beginning of the year, too, and it kind of ended after WrestleMania for them.
Like, you have them working, next to each other, but not really together.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had that whole thing with Ciampa and Elio, and the whole fucking open challenge.
Nick, I wish we had a Big Bill and Enzo. Instead, we got Big Bill and Brian Keith. So, not quite the same feeling, honestly.
Yeah, but you know what? They do make an interesting pairing.
They do. Speaking of interesting pairings, the other honorable mention was the Timeless Love Bombs. They just missed out. Mina Shirakawa, Tony Storm.
Good...
I'm surprised they didn't get in, but the Hardys got in.
Dude, I don't know what to tell you, man.
You have the Crazy from Tony Storm.
Yep. And the quirky, sexy
Crazy
friend.
From Tony Storm and...
Ugh.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the party girl best friend.
Yeah.
Number 6. Again, you could probably guess who got this one in there. The Rascals. Because a good part of the first half of the year, they actually were really good, and then they kind of just decided, Wesley, we're going to move on from you, buddy. But I thought they had a really good first half of the year, too, honestly.
Can't blame them for that. Yeah, and then Wesley had to be stupid.
Well, what did he do, Dev? I'm not sure I'm up to date on that.
We will discuss it off stream.
Oh, God. All right. Well, but yeah, the Rascals are in there, and
it's one of those... Yeah, it's one of those better discussed off stream.
Oh, God. Okay, well, now I'm curious. They are reunited back in TNA, which I think is a better fit for them. Myron Reed has really fit in with that group well, too. Yeah, the Rascals are great. We've seen them live a couple times, especially Zachary Wentz. Zachary Wentz is just a phenomenal athlete, so I could see him going very far on his own if they decide to do that one day. But the 4 of them on TNA, I don't hate it. It's great. Especially it looks like they're going to try to finally get rid of the system at this point. Thank God for that. So they need new kind of stable in there.
Yeah, they need to move on from that.
Number 5. And I'm so glad they got a lot of love because they came out of nowhere. Bro Dito. I really liked these guys a lot. I was shocked. I was like, there's no way this team's going to win. They're just a transitional champion group. No, man. They were really good this year.
Yep.
And that goes...
It's another one of those big guy, little guy combos
Well,
that
yeah,
work.
and Bandito, man, he was just this was a breakout year for Bandito, I think. Like Dan, you and I saw them a lot this year, and they pretty much never had a bad match at any point.
No, they didn't.
Number 4, I did not think this pair will ever work either, but it ended up working out really well. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair.
Worked out a lot better than I thought it would, and it honestly saved Charlotte Flair's year.
Yeah, it did. Charlotte was
Yeah, I did.
that WrestleMania with Tiffany was so bad. Like, it was so bad. That feud was nothing clicked. There was no chemistry. There was real heat behind it, but they didn't capitalize on it. And Alexa Bliss and her personality just saved Charlotte Flair this year. And they got the tag team titles at some point. That adds to it as well. I'm not sure this team deserves number 3, but I think a few people had a lot of say in this one. Number 3, and this is where Deb sees the theme. Sisters of... What the...
Oh, God.
What's going on? What's going on over there? Anyway, Sisters of Sin, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart. Deb, you probably already figure out which one got a lot of love this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan already knows exactly which one of those two is the one they're really talking about here.
Yes.
They both got pretty top level votes from 2 people in particular.
I think we know who they are.
Gunther versus Cena reminds me of Brock versus Taker, where the wrong guy won and the wrong guy got picked. I don't know, because like I feel like Cena losing out was fine, but the fact that there was like other than a tournament, there was like 0 fucking build to anything, because he used up all his dates. Because that's how many dates they told him. It turns out after he was retired, we'll get into it later, but he could have done he wanted to do 200 dates, and they said, "Now you're doing 36." Like, what? Like, you couldn't find a more middle ground for that? Like,
you couldn't be like, okay, you can do like 100.
Like, there's no negotiation. Cena doesn't really push back, and he probably should have more on this. But we'll get into it a little bit later on. That's for sure. The top 2 were the ones that got pretty much most of the votes, though. Number 2 was the Young Bucks, because this is their bounce back year for them.
Their redemption story was so good.
Their EVP shit at the beginning of the year was so funny.
Their EVP, it was so good.
Like their entrances where they had like Justin Roberts read out a whole freaking thing.
Number 1 just for that reason.
They were never my number 2, so
and
yeah.
I mean, and their matches were excellent too.
Yeah, and then having a complete turnaround and becoming.
Like
Go ahead, Dev.
Their whole storyline this past year, going from the EVPs to basically bottom of the barrel, to trying to fight for the money to get back to where they were and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically started a transition back to being faces again.
The young fucks.
It's a good storyline.
They pretty much were the young fucks the first half of the year, Nick.
But even then, they did it well.
Yeah, they did it well. They did do it well. And after a 2023, 2024 that was really, really bad for them, they really needed it, Like, they really needed that to work, because I don't know what else they would have done at that point. Like, Jack Perry had to come back, going back to the old Jungle Boy gimmick in order to get rid of, like, the scapegoat thing did not work, and it definitely should have. I thought it had a lot of potential, but it just didn't work.
It had potential, they just didn't use it right.
No. Not at all. And I don't know what they could have done to fix that at that point. So they just basically called an audible, like, which is the best way to do it, honestly, at that point.
Best thing they did was, got rid of the kill switch gimmick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But of course, it looks like they're trying to put Luchasaurus out of action for a bit too.
Is he injured again?
Supposedly.
Oh no.
His arm was in a sling Wednesday night.
No. I hope it's not. I hope it's just a thing.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. During the match that Jack Perry was having, Luchasaurus ended up underneath a guardrail with his arm being bashed under it.
Oh no.
And then a security guard body slammed on top of said guardrail. So,
oh no. That's awful.
Well, we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, hopefully it's just a minor thing. Oh, yeah, the announcements every week, Nick, were great. At one point they called them Max and Jeremy Buck from TNA.
Yep. That was good. That was good.
Number 1, and I'm not surprised, FTR. Old school.
They do what they do well.
Yeah, old school heels,
I'm
man.
not surprised.
Old school heels. They worked really well. Like,
they put over the right people.
Mm-hmm.
Had good storylines. The addition of Big Stoke.
Big Stoke, who doesn't get any bitches.
Right. It just added to it.
Yeah, like, they're the kind of guys that would have fit in any era of tag team wrestling, especially back in the old days. But they really adapted.
Oh, definitely.
But they really adapted with the modern style when they're facing, like, the Young Bucks. They have chemistry with. It's just great. But they also looked really good against Edge and Christian. They also looked really good. They've looked good against Jurassic Express in the past. So you can really put them in any situation, and they'll give you a decent match. At the very
I was gonna say,
Yawn as heels. I don't know, man. Too. I think adding Big Stoke made them a bit better as heels because I think
the biggest thing.
Sorry,
yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
If it wasn't for Big Stoke, then the heel gimmick wouldn't work as well.
No, it would have continued to be the same as it was.
If you really. Exactly. And if you really look back at it, most great heels had one thing in common.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking dick manager mouth.
Yeah, Paul Heyman shows you exactly how that works. Like, a lot of the greatest heels recently have gone through Paul Heyman for a reason.
I mean, just
before that,
look
it was
at the
Bobby
vision.
Braid Heenan.
Yeah, I got Heenan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those dastardly heels. Even at times when Jimmy Hart did the heelish thing, he was such an asshole. You're like, I hate this guy's voice. Like, Jim Cornette was a great heel manager back in the day as well. If you ever look at old Jim Cornette as a heel, he never really did well as a face, but he was a really good heel. If you look at old Jim Cornette stuff too. So, Father James Mitchell, another one. Like, they're all really good at presenting a heel.
Great.
I knew Dev would appreciate Father James Mitchell.
I mean, if you really want one of the greatest heel managers, Mr. Fuji.
Oh, yeah?
Personal opinion.
Yeah?
Agree
true.
or not is up to you.
Tully Blanchard is pretty good as a heel, too. He actually did really well when he was doing it. He didn't say much, but when he did, you listened. It was kind of like if they gave Jake the Snake a bit more, too. Jake the Snake could also really do well with that position, too, where he's like, you listen to him. because he sounds like he will kick your ass. Like every time he talked.
Yeah.
Even at his age, you're like, oh shit, like, oh shit. So yeah, that.
Yeah, like if he said he was gonna kick your ass, you believed it.
And that's our top of the tag team division. We will go into now the moment of the year. This was actually very split.
Why it was something in AEW.
Yeah, it was. Choppy your pee-pee. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Exactly.
Go choppy chop to Velvetius PP.
Now, the vote was so split
One
on
of
this.
the greatest moments in wrestling history.
The vote was so split on Moment of the Year, I had 22 different nominations.
Holy shit.
But number 10, actually, I'll go through the honorable mention. The honorable mention because there's two of them. One was Cena disses a Belgian child.
Gosh.
That was Jeff's, and he thought it was the most hilarious thing that he did as a heel. He said, I hate Cena's heel turn, but him dissing a Belgian child was so funny. That child cried on television. The only time Cena's ever been to Belgium, and he gets insulted. And the other honorable mention, and I'm surprised it's only an honorable mention in this year, though, is the Paul Heyman turns on Roman and Punk. Did not make the top 10.
I put that on my list. I'm surprised that didn't make it.
I know.
Honestly, I honestly just feel like it was one of those things where if you paid attention hard enough,
I guess so.
You saw it coming.
Yeah, I guess so. I think it's just because we had so many split opinions that it kind of just got lost.
You look at the interactions Paul Heyman had with Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my brain was just like, are you gonna fucking do this?
Are you gonna finally do this?
It just seemed like the only logical thing because you can't go to CM Punk without betraying Roman. You can't go to Roman without betraying CM Punk, who is the original Paul Heyman guy.
Right. That's true.
So split it down the middle.
Seth freaking Rollins, yeah. And yeah. Heyman twisting his arm when low blowing Roman. Yeah, that was like a stab wound to the chest, Nick. 100%. Like the way he twisted his arm in there, like, Roman, I had no choice, man. You gave me no choice. Like,
I will say though, and I know this is probably gonna sound like such a dick thing.
Oh God.
Seth getting injured like he did and having to basically be gone. Probably the best thing for the division.
It has to be Braun Breaker's thing to take, man. Braun Breaker has to be the guy.
Like,
I
can't see it.
Like, Dan and I broke this down. The youngest world champion they've had under Triple H is 38 years old. It's Gunther.
Yep.
Everyone else has been over 40.
Yeah.
Over 40. Even LA Knight, whoever people wanted as champion, he's 42.
Here you go. Look at it this way. You keep billing Braun Breaker as the future of the company, of wrestling. Who better? Like, who do you have that's a big enough name right now on that brand to drop a title to him, to put Braun Breaker over?
They have a chance.
That also lines up with Paul Heyman screwing somebody over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's gotta be CM Punk.
And they have a chance on Monday, Dan and Dev, to do something out of nowhere. Netflix, Breaker wins. Punk has to fight back again.
And I'm gonna
There's
say
also
this
heavily
too. All
rumored
this
that
shit.
Jericho's coming on that show too.
It'd be really funny if Jericho joins the Vision because he's just a leech to anything modern.
But see, and yeah, all this crap going on with Rhodes and McIntyre, I'm bored
Yeah,
because it's the same bullshit. It's the same shit they were doing when it was CM Punk
God,
versus
I know,
Drew McIntyre.
and that's like, and if Punk wins here, we're just gonna be waiting for Seth Rollins. So we're waiting for this again. Where they have a chance to just not do that. They have a chance to redeem themselves after 2025 to take a shot at a young guy like Braun Breaker who will give you the next 10 years. At least of great wrestling. Right there.
A double agent for
Theory as a double agent for Seth would probably be too interesting for Triple H to book.
I was gonna say that.
Like, at this point, I have no faith in it. Like,
No,
No, I
well,
don't
you
have
know
any
what?
faith in it either.
Well, hold on now. Let's give the devil his due.
okay.
It could be something Paul Heyman posed to Triple H.
Yes, if Paul Heyman proposes it, it's probably gonna happen. Like,
And if it's coming from Paul Heyman, then it's probably gonna end up good.
yeah, that's
He's
true.
not Russo.
That's true. All right, now the actual list. This one's more of a personal one because the three of us actually did this when we went to TNA in Brampton. We got to meet Matt Hardy, Tessa Blanchard, Mustafa Ali, and Joe Hendry as TNA champion days before he dropped the title. And it was the fan experience at TNA is none other. It's unmatched right now. I have literally a Tessa Blanchard autographed picture. I have my, where is he? Right here, hidden away so he didn't get damaged. Autographed Joe Hendry doll right here that he loved and took a personal picture for himself. A Joe Hendry signed, knitted little character that I have to get a case for still.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And in AEW, I managed to get that. I didn't get to meet Tekla, but I do have a Tekla picture that's signed as well there. That was also really cool. But yeah, that's Yeti Zod and I had a really good time in Brampton doing that, despite the fact that Brampton sucks, but the show didn't. So double taping that weekend. So the second show they taped, they didn't air any. They didn't show us any of the vignettes of Joe Hendry losing because they didn't want to spoil it for us in the crowd.
Yeah,
Because Joe Hendry lost. He literally stayed up till 2 a.m. signing autographs, and then he went right to NXT the next morning. And then lost that night. And they didn't want to show us that he lost. So we saw almost no promos or vignettes, and because they didn't want to spoil anything. But we saw pure wrestling, and it was really good. So Tessa's really nice. She's a really, really nice woman in person. She was like, come on in, guys. Like, we only paid for one picture. She's like, no, come on, guys. Come on in. She just let us all come in anyway. Wanted to meet all of us, and it was really cool. Yeti was telling Matt Hardy how, like, he's the reason why we even loved tag team wrestling in the first place, and Matt was, like, really humbled by that. Mustafa Ali was really funny. Zod is a tall guy. Mustafa Ali, not a tall guy. So what we do is we put Yeti and Zod, who are both taller than Mustafa Ali, next to Ali, and he's like, "You guys keep putting me next to the tall fuckers. I look too small for this." And he got his tippy toes trying to look taller, and he looks at me and Zod, and he's like, "Don't tell anyone that I'm this short, guys. Okay, please." And it was really good. And you hear Moose behind him, Moose behind us laughing at it. Because Moose and Matt Cardona were on the same table, or Nick Nemeth were on the same table behind them.
my God.
But it was really fun. I was like, do I want to do Nick Nemeth or Mustafa Ali? It's like Dolph Ziggler would be really cool, but like I didn't do it. The next one, Luchasaurus returns at All Out Toronto.
That was an excellent moment.
Yeah,
It definitely, yeah.
a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Nick, honestly, after meeting her in person and all the work she does for the Hispanic community, yeah, I'm gonna say her being racist is bunk. I think it's bunk. There's no way.
I find it interesting.
Sorry, Dev.
I find it interesting that a lot of the biggest heels and, dirty wrestlers and all of that are like, everybody who meets them says, oh my God, they're the greatest person, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the best heels are the like I said, Ali. Ali was super funny. He was super great. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, they're playing a heel. They're acting.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting on a show. It's no different than, freaking John Cena being Mermaid Ken.
Hey, that's an all-time great Cena moment, all right?
Oh, of course.
One of the greatest moments of his life and career.
Honestly, he loved it. Margot Robbie invited him on the set, and he's like, hell yeah, I'll do it. Like, he didn't give a shit. He's like, oh, I'll do it. Fuck it. He doesn't say no to anybody. He's like, I'll do it. Whatever.
Yeah.
They could have put anybody chiseled in there. But yeah, no, Tessa Blanchard is definitely not a racist, in my opinion. I mean, she does have her videos in Spanish, too, now. Her ex-husband's Spanish, her current boyfriend's Spanish. She lives in Mexico City. Like, come on.
Yep.
But Luchasaurus. No, I don't think we knew he was coming back. He just kind of came back. Like,
he just existed again.
And then Jungle Life came on, and Dan, we joined the 30,000 people and sang the song.
It was so great.
And you see, Yeti and Zod next to us like, what happened? I was like, Luchasaurus is back, and Jeff got it really into it. Jeff's just like, whoa, 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 and everyone's swaying back and forth. Just 20,000 people fucking swaying back and forth. It did save a lot, Nick, for sure, of AEW, because it was definitely needed for Jack Perry as well, who has a lot of talent. Still really young. But going back with Luchasaurus is going to be a big thing for him. And it's going to help him a lot, I think. Next. Joe Hendry finally wins the TNA title. I wish it was a Slammiversary Montreal. Dan and I, Yeti and Zob, we were so gutted when he lost. He was right there. Like, right there.
That was a bittersweet moment because Joe Hendry was so over. We had people a few rows ahead of us, like right at front row, that were dressed like him.
Yeah, Joe took a selfie and posted on his Twitter. These guys that are dressed like him, because Jada Chung pointed it out to him, and he's like, "Oh, you guys are great. You guys are great."
It was a bittersweet moment because, like, I mean, I like Nick Nemeth, but it should have been Joe. But he did finally end up getting it, so
it was almost Fricky
Kazarian. It's a shame he lost it to Trick Williams.
Yeah, it was almost Fricky Kazarian too, which was like, oh no. I think Kazarian would have needed escort. Needed an escort out of the building that night.
Yeah.
Josh Alexander got the most heat because he went in the most Toronto he could possibly do in Montreal.
Yes.
He even wore Leafs colors. I was like, we should have known he was turning heel. We should have known. Yeah, exactly. We were all like, come on, Joe. Moose going out first. Moose as the champion going out first. We're like, okay, that's cool. That's interesting. We're guaranteed a new champion. And then when we saw it was Nick Nemeth at the end with Joe Hendry, I'm like, oh, this is great. And then it turns out it's actually freaking Kazarian and Nick Nemeth because Kazarian was never eliminated. We're like, no, not Kazarian. And then he, a year later, Kazarian wins anyway. In another moment that I did not like, but at least it wasn't Joe Hendry, and that's all that's important. Next, Io Sky in War Games, which I'm sorry, she does it every year, guys. We should not put her in every year. She does the exact same spot every year.
As I say, any time she's in a cage match, she somehow manages to be on top of the cage inside of a trash barrel, jumping off of it.
I mean, I'm sure she has a lot of fun doing it. It seems like she has a good time.
I'm not saying she doesn't, but I'm saying, like you said, she does it all the time.
Yeah, it's not a shock. But a couple of people put her up pretty high. One being, of course, Applejack Ash, who loves Io Sky.
God damn it, Ash.
Yeah, I know. She loves 3 people this year, and one of them was Io Sky. The other one was Rhea Ripley, and it was Sky Blue.
Well, I'm gonna just go put that in the main chat. God damn it, Ash. You know what you did.
What do you think, Dan? Like, do you agree with that? Like, she does it every year. It's not really that shocking anymore. It's fun, but we've seen it already.
Yeah, there's not really anything else to say about that.
No.
At this point, watching her do it is as predictable as Matt Hardy coming out going, delete, delete, delete.
Honestly, Nick, it should have been. Honestly, that should have been one that was like an honorable mention. Like, I would have rathered have the Rollins fake out cash in instead, because that was at least cool. We saw it coming, but the way he did it was kind of unique. And it was like, cool, whatever. Like that was fine. Especially when it was fuck over CM Punk Day, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Number 5, and this should have been number 1. If they didn't fuck up the entire year, this should have been number 1. The Cena heel turn at number 5. This should have been
I couldn't put it any higher.
I couldn't either, because they botched this so bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how you fuck up this.
So much.
Like,
I mean, if somebody's gonna fuck it up, WWE's gonna find a way.
What bothers me though, Dev, is that this is how they treat their golden child. When AJ retires, what are they gonna do? Shoot him in the head like Old Yeller? Like, what the fuck are they gonna do? Like,
what do you mean? What are they gonna do? When AJ retires, he's just gonna disappear.
Yeah, he'll be like, okay, bye, goodbye, guys. There'll be no.
If Cena didn't have the career he had, they wouldn't have done anything for him.
They would have Goldberged his ass.
They didn't do anything special for Taker other than that little thing at Survivor Series.
To be fair, part of that was on the pandemic. They were going to do something during the pandemic. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
And he actively works for the company. John Cena does not. Like, Taker's got a whole other thing going on. Taker's trying to make Michelle McCool a legend, and whether he lives or not to see through it, but
it's not going to happen.
I mean, she's in the Hall of Fame as a legend, Dan. She's already in there. She's in the Hall of Fame before Mickie James is, actually. So,
just little,
which is ridiculous.
I blame 2 people for the Cena heel turn: Triple H and The Rock. Oh, there's a third. Travis Scott.
As I said,
that WrestleMania when he came down. Oh, we'll get to it at the worst moments.
You know what?
Oh,
you know what, Mike?
What?
You just brought up the fact that she's in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
At least she's in there on her own merits.
Yeah, it's true.
And not because she's married to Undertaker, like a certain female that is in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, at least Stacy Keibler's in there for being Stacy Keibler,
Oh, I was talking about Charmel.
Yeah, Charmel is egregious. Charmel is egregious.
Charmel is the only reason that she is in there is because she is married to Booker T.
It's true. I completely forgot about Charmel.
When they fucking exactly, everybody forgets about Charmel.
Oh my god! Like at least Stephanie McMahon is a McMahon. You know, like I can see she's headlining next year. Yeah, I'm not shocked because she's a McMahon.
She's done shit on TV too. Like she's actually been a character.
She's a McMahon. She is a good character. She has had how many years in the business?
Yeah, she started off in the business in the '90s as like the one that wore all the shirts for WWE Online.
Like anything that they put her in was good.
She's a great GM for SmackDown, like using her sex appeal at the time to really like drive home this different side of Stephanie that we didn't see at the time. And then later on, the Authority wasn't very good, but at least we saw like a different depth to her. Her getting her ass kicked by Ronda was actually really fun to see. So,
like that's what I'm saying. Like everything he did, from, her crap going through with the Undertaker, being put on his cross there, to supposedly being roofied in Las Vegas by Triple H.
Oh my god, they can't do that angle again. That's for sure.
Yeah. They couldn't really do either one of those again.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely
not.
There's
a lot of things they can't do anymore.
No.
But I'm saying, like, she was good. She deserves it.
Yeah.
Not even just because she's a fucking McMahon.
Mm-hmm. So, number 4, and I'm glad people agreed with this, the ending to the Hollywood ending, where it was curtain call, the end. And that could have been number 1 as well, if it was the main event of the show.
Yeah.
It should have been.
We thought it was over, and I was like, oh shit, there's still a world title match coming. Like, we were already so exhausted. Like, that match exhausted you so much, but it was so good. One of the best women's matches I've probably ever seen. If Mariah May never comes back to AEW, she can hang her hat knowing that that was the best ending she could possibly ever get in her career. Like, and it should have been the main event. It should have been the main event. But no, we had to have Mox and Cope.
And a terrible finish, which I'm sure we will get to.
Yeah, no, it's on the list, Dan. Spoiler alert.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Number 3. 4 people put this on there. Sky Blue is Sky Red. 40 minutes of her gushing blood and dying slowly. And her coming in, and her literally just being the next day on Dynamite, I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah, but then War Games was a week later and it was terrible.
War Games is like, yeah. Sky Blue.
Wait, how many other women could pull that off?
Sky Blue bled more by herself than the entire WWE roster did.
I don't know too many male wrestlers that could pull that.
No, maybe Mox. Maybe just Mox.
There you go. I can't think of too many other wrestlers.
No.
Male or female.
No, I can't.
That can go that long bleeding that much.
Probably.
And even then, the only 2 that pop into my brain are Darby Allin and Mox.
Yeah, because they're nuts.
And maybe Mankind.
Maybe, yeah. Possibly Ric Flair in his heyday. Like, that's it. Like
there you go. You go back to the 80s and 90s. There's not too many that could have done it.
No, not at all. But like, what I thought was great is that Sky Blue bled more.
I'll put Austin on that too.
Sky Blue bled more in that match than all of WWE did 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Like
in both of their war room
in
matches.
both their matches combined, Sky Blue probably spent her entire body mass in blood at that point, like in comparison. And then she's on Collision 2 nights later, perfectly fine. Stitched up, she's good.
Yep.
This is one of the best moments of the year so far. Sky Blue and Sky Red. Number 2, the ending of Cena versus Gunther. This was very divisive. This is on both lists of best and worst.
I'm not surprised. It's Cena.
Yeah, I thought it was a fine ending. I just thought the build was nothing.
The build was definitely
the ending
nothing.
was kind of cathartic in a way, but
like him tapping out for the first time in 20 years is really cool that he went out that way with a smile on his face, knowing that he's satisfied how it went.
As they say, like, I think that was the best part of it for me. Like, the fact that they zoomed in on his face and the smile forms and he just, like, lazily goes, okay, time to end it.
Nick says the worst.
The entire retirement tour.
Nick says it's the worst. That's the thing, Nick. It's on both because it was very divisive to people, and I could see why people be upset with it. I really can. Yeah, I could see. I think part of it is that the fact that he wasn't on TV to build the match with Gunther, so it didn't feel like it was earned, either.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only build to it, which is Gunther saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna make you tap out," and that was it.
That was it. And I think that's where a lot of people have a hard time with it.
Cena, even if they had Cena on, the night before doing some random rap crap would have been better than nothing.
Yeah, like if they gave him more dates, I feel like the build between him and Gunther could have meant more.
Oh, it definitely could have.
I do blame Triple H too, Nick, because like again, they only gave him 36 dates. Cena was at 35 dates by the time that feud started.
Yep.
What was he gonna do? What was he gonna do at that point? He couldn't come on Raw or SmackDown or nothing to build it. Nothing. He couldn't come in and congratulate guys going through the tournament. He couldn't be involved in any of the tournament stuff at all.
Yeah, but they did it completely wrong. They'd hit him dirty.
Yeah. Now, speaking of someone who got the better end, though, someone who had the more cathartic ending to their story this year, Hangman Adam Page, All In Texas.
Great match, great.
I love that
Great
ending.
Story, great match.
Yeah.
Everything about it
actually had a build up to it.
It was earned at the end. Miz versus...
and people say that AEW cannot tell stories.
For a couple of years they couldn't, man. For a couple of years they honestly had a hard time. But this 2025,
Nick, honestly, anybody versus Cena would have been better.
If it had a build, it would have been better. It didn't matter who it was at that point.
No, there are certain people who, even without the build, could have made it look better.
Imagine if Obafemi won the tournament and just powerbombed Cena and won.
Don't Goldberg him.
Why not? Wouldn't that have been a great way?
Did AJ.
I mean, I could see that for AJ with an Oba because I think Oba's the kind of guy you do it for. I put down John Cena. I put down AJ Styles. Gunther doesn't need this legend killer gimmick. He doesn't need it. But he might be the one that retires Lesnar this year too.
Oh, God.
But Gunther doesn't need to be the guy that retire people. Make it one of those monstrous guys that you want to push. Make it an Oba. Make it a Braun Breaker. Have Braun Breaker retire CM Punk. Like him retiring CM Punk is way better than us running back Rollins Punk again.
Exactly.
Hell, retire Jericho.
I'll even let you go as far as, Javon Evans.
Yeah, Javon
Put over Javon.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Like, Punk is one of those names that whoever beats him is going to go over.
Yeah, whereas you got, Hangman Page went through basically an entire gauntlet to get to where he is. He got through all of it. He went through MJF. He went through, after he won the title, he went through MJF first as his first defense. He had to go through the entire Death Riders, which Moxley also had a redemption at the end of the year too, because that run at the end was way better for him at that point. Danielson trying to help him get to that point where he finally wins that Texas Death Match. The spots in there. Hangman Page actually went through and earned that cathartic win, which unfortunately you can't say for Gunther. And you can't say for Cena even. Hangman beat Ospreay for the Owen Hart Cup to go on that journey. And he took off from there. So that was our moment of the year, though. Hangman and Page getting that cathartic win. Now we'll go to the pay-per-view of the year, and it really wasn't very close because the top 5 dominated everything else. Guys, it's not shocking that they're all AEW, by the way. Well, actually, one isn't. One I'm surprised isn't, but the other 4 definitely are. Number 10 was SummerSlam, but Night 2 specifically was better than Night 1, but SummerSlam at number 10. Yeah, I thought that was a really good show for them. SummerSlam. It was like probably their better show, one of the better shows of the year. So,
I have no comment.
wait, you don't like it?
I have no comment either. I didn't watch it, so I don't have any comment.
Oh, did you watch it, Dev?
I did.
Why no comment?
Because WWE's big show pay-per-views were just so bad.
You mean you didn't like Lesnar just coming out? You mean you didn't like Lesnar ruining the ending of their best match they had all year?
I was bored. And Mike, you know me. You know how I am with wrestling. Me being bored is saying something.
I thought that was a better outing for Cena Cody, though. I thought that was way better. But I guess Dev's like,
I don't know. I
The
didn't
only
even
good
watch
thing
it.
about
Like,
it.
I lost all faith in WWE after Backlash in April.
Well, speaking of which, a show that Dan forgot that we saw at his house. Number 9. If only they cared about booking these people. Evolution. If they actually gave a shit.
Good.
If they actually gave a shit about the women in the company, they would be number 1 potentially on this list. They got on this list at all on any list because of their pure talent and nothing else. Nothing else.
Now, didn't that run head to head with like All In or something?
Yeah. Yep. They tried to run that, I guess, All In, and they got demolished in the buy rate. So we're probably never getting Evolution again.
Because of their own stupidity.
Because they were like, let's hand fist this in there. Let's throw Heat Wave in there. Let's get a Saturday Night's Main Event in there. In the same weekend. Let's throw it all in there.
They threw too much at it. Didn't give it the room to breathe and shine like it could have.
Evolution didn't get a venue, Dan, until like 2 weeks out.
Oh my god.
They didn't, because they had to change venues because they sold so few tickets.
Oh god. Yeah, because they were running it opposite All In.
They also didn't announce the show ahead of time. They also didn't announce the show ahead of time. These poor women had to work with nothing. And it was still a good show. I agree with Nick. It was a great show. but it's again completely based off their pure talent.
Exactly.
And that's why it's frustrating to see that, because it's like they should be able with Evolution be at least outdrawing Double or Nothing, which is 8,000 people, by the way, and they couldn't do it. They had a very hard time getting there. Number 8, surprisingly not a Saudi Arabia version of this show, which is probably why it was better. Crown Jewel Perth, which actually was a fun show too.
Yeah.
It's too bad they didn't capitalize on anything that happened. They capitalized on nothing that happened, but you know, Evolution barely had the same amount of people as Double or Nothing, but Double or Nothing had double the buy rates. Nobody really watched it on Netflix, basically, in comparison, which is what the metric was, which is a shame, absolute shame. But yeah,
that is a thing.
Crown Jewel had some really good matches on it. Bronson Reed won basically clean against Roman Reigns, and nothing came of it. Nothing came of it.
No, I don't think we've seen. Have we seen
Nope.
Roman since?
I don't really think so. I think we've
not
seen him.
in a real capacity.
No, not really. It's never mentioned again that Bronson beat him either. Never mentioned again.
Yep.
Jesus.
He crushed Roman at the end of that match, and it just didn't.
Yeah, it did absolutely nothing for him.
WWE didn't bring back NYC, but they brought back Evolution. Well, the thing is, Evolution would have worked, Nick, if they gave a shit. Crown Jewel in Perth was a great show that they just could not capitalize on. Like, I'm not surprised it's on the list because it was good, but like, they had Seth Rollins defeat Cody Rhodes in the Crown Jewel match. Whatever, fine. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky beat the Kabuki Warriors. Okay, that might go into a WrestleMania thing. We'll see. Steffi Vaquer beats Tiffany Stratton. Well, nothing really has come of that so far. John Cena beat AJ. That was a fun match, but again, not much built other than a Twitter thing like, hey, do you guys want... Triple H going on Twitter going, do you guys want to see AJ versus John Cena? And everyone's like, I guess. I guess. And Bronson Reed
they did absolutely no build for that whatsoever.
And then Bronson beating Roman, and Bronson not even getting a title shot.
Yeah.
Roman losing the title hurt his 2025. Basically, because they don't really know what to do with Roman without the title. They really don't know what to do with him now. Speaking of not knowing what to do with them, man, Dan's not going to like this one. Royal Rumble at number 7.
Oh, I hated that show.
Yeah. I think in hindsight, it didn't really work out, did it?
No.
Guys, I'm sure the Saudi Arabian show will be better.
No.
Dev is like this show, man. What, you guys are saying it didn't work out? You guys didn't like the DIY versus Morrissey Machine Guns coming out to zero fanfare?
That match was actually good too.
Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens, by the way, was really good. But there was never any doubt that Cody was winning.
It was a great match. It's just I can't put it on there because both the winners of the Rumble matches were terrible.
Charlotte didn't need to win that. Charlotte did not need to win it. We were pumped. Pumped like, oh, Roxanne could do it, and then she beats Roxanne. You're like, oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
And Roxanne was the Iron Woman in the match too. No real surprises. Yeah, the only quote unquote surprise There was two of them because we knew Jordan Grace was probably going to be there. One was Trish Stratus, which was cool. The other one pissed me off so much that I yelled at Dan about it for 3 months.
Yeah, you wouldn't shut up about it.
Nikki Bella coming out at 30 and only lasting 3 fucking minutes was a waste of our fucking time.
Yeah, and you didn't shut up about it the rest of the night.
Nick, we had legends. Nikki Bella was in the match. Trish was there too, but Nikki Bella was there. The legend. Oh God, I was so mad, and you know, Dev, you want to know why it was so maddening? Because just before she came out, they showed that Mickie James was in the crowd. I'm like, oh, Mickie James is here, and then number 30 comes, and then it was Nikki Bella's theme hits. I was like, you had Mickie in the building, but you give us her. You gave us meat, shit, and beef fat, but you couldn't put Mickie James in there.
Of course not. Why would you think?
We had to have Ivy Nile and Candice LeRae for 16 minutes.
Exactly.
We had to have that. The men's was better in terms of an actual match. The I Showed Speed spot was actually great. Braun Breaker just...
That was a fun spot.
Braun Breaker just slicing that kid in half, man. Whew. He sold it, though. That he did a good job. Randy did a good job teaching that kid how to sell, though, I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
But yeah, like, it was a good match, and then I was willing to give the Jey Uso thing a chance. I think at the time we were like, okay, it's different. We'll see how it goes. And then in hindsight, we're like, you could have just done Punk.
It didn't go.
You could have just done Punk at that point and gave him his main event.
It didn't go.
He didn't even get a main event. Neither winner got the main event of the show. Neither winner.
Nope.
Jey Uso opened WrestleMania. Oh, God. No, the man had no legends at all, Nick. I'm okay with it because they have a deep roster, but like what they did with it just wasn't working. And that's why number 6 shouldn't be here either. WrestleMania 41. Dev's like...
I thought at first, like, maybe our expectations were too high after last year.
Maybe, you know?
But it wasn't good.
It wasn't the case, man, because Chamber was good. Chamber was a good show. Stand and Deliver was a better show. The same weekend. Stand and Deliver had Oba Femi versus Javon Evans, which was really good. Vicaire, Julia, Jada Parker, and Jordan Grace, really good match. Sol Ruka in a ladder match, that was really good. Hank and Tank beating Fraxium, really good match. Ricky Saints and Ethan Page opened up the entire weekend, really good match. That show blew WrestleMania out of the water, and they had 7 matches to do it. And a quarter of the time. And they did it in the afternoon. They did it like at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
The fact that you got beat by Stand Deliver is an embarrassment to me. Embarrassment. You shouldn't be beat by your rookies.
No, not at all.
Especially on paper, the show looked all right. Like if you look at this on paper and never seen the show, you're like, oh, that's an interesting show. But then you watch it and you're like, this is boring. Like New Day versus the War Raiders didn't need to be on there. The TLC could have taken that place. It would have been better. Jade Cargill versus Naomi, fine. Fatu winning was fine. We didn't need Grande Americano versus Rey Fenix. That was on WrestleMania. Didn't need it.
You didn't even need what that match is supposed to be, which is Americano versus Rey Mysterio. You didn't even need that.
No, you could have cut El Grande Americano and the New Day match and put in the TLC for the same time, and it would have been 10 times better. Night one would have been so much
Yeah,
better
because
with
those
that.
two matches could have been on Raw. Those two matches you could have put on Raw, and it would have been perfectly fine.
Yeah, if they were main event on Raw, wouldn't care. They'd be fine.
Not even main events.
Night two, they job out the TNA World Title because that's WWE's thing. Let's just job out TNA. Job them out. 3 minutes. Here you go. Yeah, Nick and WWE said, "You guys enjoy Vegas? Well, guess what? We're running it back." Oh,
What a fuck you to New Orleans that was, too.
yeah, they fucked over New Orleans, and then next year, like in 2027, they're going to Saudi Arabia, which I'm probably skipping that WrestleMania for the first time in almost 10 years. I'm not interested in that because I feel I'm not interested.
No.
The only good match on that whole card, in my opinion, that was really good, like really, really good, was Io Sky, Bianca, and Rhea Ripley.
I will say the Punk, Rollins, and Roman triple threat was good, too.
I think both triple threats were the better matches on either show, on either night.
The IC title Fatal 4-Way was good, too.
That was pretty good. But Cena Cody really ended the entire weekend on a giant slow bummer.
Yeah, it was not a good match whatsoever.
I was fine with Cena winning. It's just how they got there was just like Travis Scott walking down the fucking ramp for 10 minutes. Ugh.
It could have been The Rock.
But let's get to the top 5 because they're way better shows. I assure you guys. Number 5, Revolution. Hell yes, that was a lot better. We're finally at the real shows, guys. AEW Revolution this year took place in LA. The only thing that I didn't like was, again, the Mox Cope feud was just not great. That was the Christian one, the Christian cash-in one that we're like, why? Why does this have to be here? That's the show that Tony Storm and Mariah May should have ended the show with. Osprey Fletcher, that could have ended the show better too. But it also had Kenny Omega versus Takeshita. Great show.
Osprey Fletcher to me is the best match we've had all year. All year, but I guess spoilers.
Hangman versus MJF was good. Swerve versus Ricochet was pretty good. All these matches were pretty solid. The only one I didn't really care for was Hurt Syndicate versus the Outrunners. Did not care to see that at all, personally. But yeah, like that was the only one that was like, oh, okay. Like Momo Watanabe had a pretty good match against Mercedes, so I know Dan's like fuck Mercedes, but like Momo Watanabe did get a good match out of her.
Yeah, that was good, I'll say.
Dan's like, fine, I guess I'll do it.
Yeah.
Number 4. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear. I don't know if Dev saw that show or not. Dev, did I watch it with you?
I don't remember.
I thought you watched it with them.
Did you watch the Hollywood ending match at least?
I don't remember.
Well, there you go. Fletcher is one of my favorites too now. He's getting up there. I think 2026 is going to be a big year for him and Takeshita. Number 4. Not a pay-per-view, but I accepted it because it was that good. The Dynamite edition of Blood and Guts. Because all 3 matches on that show were pretty good. Were really good. Both Blood and Guts matches were fun. The women's one was by far the best, but the Powerhouse Hobbs versus Hangman was actually a pretty solid match too. Powerhouse sold a lot for the champion, so he can go through this giant guy before taking on Mox one more time. Or before he takes on Samoa Joe. F. Monet. Well, Nick, You're gonna hear that again soon. You're gonna hear more Monet later. But Blood and Guts got, I believe, it had 2 top level nominations. The other 3 shows above it, 2 of them got it. One of them didn't, but got more points in the end. But Blood and Guts got 2 level nominations, and you could probably guess which 2 gave them the best points.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dan? How was Blood and Guts for you?
I thought it was really good. As you said, both Blood and Guts matches were great. The Hobbs and Hangman match was pretty good too, so it makes sense.
Both matches told a story, which War Games didn't do. War Games did not tell a story at all. No. They paused every feud and said, "We have a War Games match coming." Blood and Guts, both matches, everybody was feuding with each other. It built in. Mercedes had her own thing with, I forgot, but they were Chris Statlander. They fought each other. Then the rest of them all beat each other up because they were all facing each other. The ending with Toni Storm trying to reach out and save Mina and having to quit to save her friend from basically getting killed was a really, really interesting way to end it.
Exactly.
And the men's match was pretty much in a similar vein where it was crazy and hectic. 3 matches. Hey, WWE, if you're going to do 4 matches in one night, do at least 3 good ones like that. If you're going to give 4 matches at War Games, give us like that. Do it like that. You don't need blood. You don't have to do that. But give us something to give a fuck about. It's not hard.
Just a masked man.
Number 3. All in Texas. Really fun show. I put it at my number 2 for me. Because I really enjoyed this show. All in Texas. I thought that cathartic win was most of that show for me, but otherwise it was really good. So
it was really good.
What do you think, Dev?
It was. It was up there for me too.
Okada Omega, Storm and Monet was actually really good. The Casino Gauntlet match with the women was both men and women ones were fun, with MJF and Athena getting the win. Swerve and Ospreay versus the Young Bucks. That was the beginning of the end of their EVP status that put them on that we're poor now train.
Yeah.
Paige and Moxley. That was probably Moxley's best performance all year. War Games was a spot fest. Blood and Guts was an actual story. Yeah, I mean, pretty much, man. And honestly, between the 2 companies, it's usually reversed. I will say that it's usually the other way around, but it just wasn't this year. It just simply wasn't. Number 2. I think we're a little biased. All Out Toronto.
Yeah, I think we're a little biased because a bunch of us went.
Maybe just a little.
I put that number 1.
I put that as number 1.
Biased.
Deb's like, you guys are fucking so biased.
Just a little biased.
It was a fun show. It started off with one of my favorite matches of the year was Cope and Christian beating FTR, and then but the ending was kind of what made it more interesting too. Was Beth Phoenix returned? We're like, what? That was crazy. The only match that really stood up to me was just didn't work. It was Kingston and Big Bill. I missed the entire thing because I went to the bathroom and got something and came back and it was ended. Went back and watched it. Yeah. I'm glad I missed it. I'm glad I missed it. The commentary made it worse because Tony Schiavone did not sell it at all. Schiavone's like, he didn't get all of it.
I didn't even,
And Danielson's like,
I didn't even need to be on the show.
Danielson was like, no, he got him. He just grazed him on the chin. You know, the delicate part of the chin that knocks you out. Like, Danielson was like, Schiavone, shut the fuck up. Don't sell it like that. Like, the fact that Danielson's like, please shut the fuck up.
He was trying.
And the Fatal 4-Way ladder match, I thought for sure Brodito was just a transitional champion. It was probably going to go on the Young Bucks here. No, they won that Fatal 4-Way in a very fun match.
Yes,
it really,
they did.
like, and yeah, Okada versus Takeshita versus Mascara Dorada. That was surprisingly a lot of fun too. Dorada took so much abuse. So much abuse. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, exactly, Nick. This one beat out all out by just 2 points, though. Number one was the only show worth a damn in WWE this year. For whatever reason, it just was Elimination Chamber. That made me feel like, you know what, WrestleMania might be okay this year. we might get there, guys. And did we? No, we didn't. I do think it's funny how both Toronto shows are 1 and 2 this year, though.
Yeah.
All you Canadians voting on this stuff.
I put this at 3 personally.
I put this at 5.
Bianca winning and Cena winning were fine. Bianca winning the way she did too. Jade Cargill returning and beating the shit out of Naomi was actually a fun call to do. It's like literally just beating the shit out of her was actually a really fun way of doing it. And I liked all the entrants. There was Bliss's return in there as well. Morgan, Perez, Bailey. It was stacked. And the men's...
I still thought Bliss should have won because imagine having Bliss, like, because Rhea was still champion at the time. Imagine having Rhea versus Bliss.
Yeah, we were thinking that. We were thinking, oh, Rhea versus Bliss could be a lot of fun. But ended up being Bianca,
awesome.
so...
I love that.
We didn't know
Bianca should have faced Jade at WrestleMania, though.
Well, you know what? Dan, we didn't know the power of Io Sky and the pull she has with the people.
Definitely not.
And the men's was actually pretty stacked too, minus Logan Paul. But it was pretty stacked. Priest, McIntyre, Rollins, Punk, Cena. Very, very good stacked match. So, Cena winning. The turn. Like, the turn happened in Toronto, which is also like we never get that kind of shit anymore.
No.
And it was at the time we were like, yes, let's go. It went downhill from there, but yes, let's go. Chamber was that much fun because of what it could have been. And yeah, just didn't go that way. All right, match of the year. This had a lot of ties, a 3-way tie, in fact, for the bottom slot. So, the Young Bucks and Alexander versus Omega and Jurassic Express, tied with the TLC on SmackDown, tied with John Cena versus Gunther.
Oh. One of those is not quite like the other.
Yeah, that's true.
Except I feel like we're going to get Cena Gunther a lot.
In the other category, yes. The TLC and SmackDown, really fun. Again, should have been WrestleMania. What a waste of all their times to put on SmackDown. And Dan and I liked the Bucks versus Jurassic Express, and that like the Bucks coming to save the day and like helping them out. Don Callis says he's going to keep the money in the end was also pretty funny. The next one though was Hangman versus Ospreay, which, yeah, very good. Sorry, these two also tied. So Hangman versus Ospreay also tied with the Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express. And
I'm okay with that. Both matches were excellent.
Yeah, I'm okay with it too. Would it surprise you guys that from here on out I only have one more WWE match on this?
No. Not at all.
Number 5 was Edge and Christian versus FTR. Someone may have put that over the top. Someone may have given that a lot of points. Yeah.
Why do I feel like it's you, Mike?
It was definitely me, 100%. being at the show made it so much better. Number 4, Hollywood Ending, Toni Storm versus Mariah May. Tied with the Women's Blood and Guts match. Yeah.
I know who put the Women's Blood and Guts match at number 1.
It wasn't number 1. They're tied at number 3.
No, but I know who put it as their number 1.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It was Ash.
Yeah.
She put Sky Blue number 1 in almost every category.
She did.
I'm surprised she put Sky Blue over Rhea.
She did put Rhea in there. Rhea did make the cut and on her list, so just not on everyone else's.
Yeah.
Hollywood Ending is great, though, and Blood and Guts are great. The women rocked it this year, because number 2 was Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. WrestleMania Night 2.
That was a great women's, probably second best women's match of the, or second or third best women's match of the year.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
The match that just
And that's just in WWE alone.
That's pretty much their main match. WWE. The match that didn't get the cut that just didn't make it was Omega versus Gabe Kidd, by the way, at Wrestle Kingdom. So
that was a fantastic match.
And some other people in the other groups were like, "Yeah, that was good. That was up there for us." So, but number 1 ended up being Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay in the steel cage match.
It was so good.
I was gonna say, it was an amazing match.
The story was right there. Fletcher was trying to beat the teacher and Ospreay.
It was a masterclass.
I noticed that
professional wrestling.
I noticed that AEW does cage matches better than WWE does nowadays too. Like they make cage matches matter in AEW more.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Because they don't have a Hell in the Cell, so this is like their Hell in the Cell match. They make a regular cage match their Hell in the Cell. They make it matter. Because before that was Hangman Swerve. Controversial, but it was really good. Like, and they make them matter when they do it. Like, the Samoa Joe one. Like,
oh, absolutely. A match I'm surprised did not make the cut was Tessa Blanchard versus Jordynne Grace from Genesis.
That's because you and I are two of the only ones that saw it.
That's true. And I don't think I put that on my list, and I'm not sure if you did either.
I did not because I went with the men's chamber match because I just thought it was a stacked, fun match as my 5th. But I debated it. It was on my long list. It's probably my number 6 was that one. Was Tessa Blanchard versus Jordynne Grace.
Probably.
I know Yeti and Zod also really like that match. We introduced Zod to Tessa Blanchard this year, and he's now a big fan. So, all right, women's wrestlers of the year. 9 and 10 are tied. Julia and Liv Morgan. If Liv didn't get hurt, I'd imagine she got a lot more love on this because she's a phenomenal worker and a great character. You just hate her so much because it's like that laugh. Oh God, that Liv laugh.
Yeah.
Can't stand that Liv laugh. And Julia, man, if they didn't book her so poorly, she should be way higher. Like, You just couldn't put any higher than that. The person that just missed out on this list was Jade Cargill. I honestly would have put Cargill over Julia this year. Cargill at least had an ending to her feud. Had an actual thing. Sol Ruka and Athena were also in the running too. I probably would have put Sol Ruka and Jade Cargill over Julia and Liv Morgan personally in the top 10, but that's me.
Definitely agree.
8 and 7 are also tied, though. Chris Statlander tied with Stephanie Vaquer. Both became world champion this year. I think that's fitting that they both became world champion. One had a better path to it than the other, but they both got there in the end. Statlander winning in Toronto, and that random pin out of nowhere. None of us even picked her. None of us even thought of it. But it was an incredible win. The crowd popped huge for it. Vaquer winning via circumstances of injuries, but she still gets it. And they both look like they should be the girls, the top women in the division.
And I think they will.
I think they will too. Statlander's had some great stuff since, and she's going to carry it into next year as a really good champion. Vaquer, I don't know. They haven't booked her title reign. She's been mostly busy with Nikki Bella, so.
Unfortunately.
Number 6, Willow Nightingale. Absolutely deserves it. Double champion. Finally beating Mercedes Moné, the person that beat her for it, to become TBS champion for the second time, and the very first one half of the World Tag Team Champions in AEW. Willow definitely deserves the praise for that.
She's finally giving her flowers.
Yeah. I hope world champion one day. Maybe next year. Maybe this year. Tied.
Really, before she's done.
TBS title first.
Sorry, what was that, Dan?
I hope she has a good run with the TBS title first.
Yeah, I hope she does too. I could see her dropping it to like a Tekla next, because Tekla is like the next baddie I could see doing it.
Yeah.
That's fair, yeah.
Or like a Megan Bain. That could be cool too.
Megan Bain will be good too.
The next, the 5 and 4 are also tied. Mercedes Moné and Sky Blue.
I broke down and put Mercedes on my list when I probably shouldn't have.
4 people put Mercedes Moné as their 5th best woman.
Probably because, like, I will say she got better as the year went along.
She did. And the ending to her reigns have been, like, shocking but great shocks. Like Alex Windsor beating her randomly. And then Willow beating her randomly. It was like no one saw those coming.
No.
Yeah.
And Mercedes has been selling. We
hoped for them, but we didn't see them coming.
And Mercedes has been selling them really well. Sky Blue, on the other hand, though, she had 2 top-level nominations tied with the same amount as Io Sky and Toni Storm because of Jeff and Ash. Solely because of them. No one else put her on the list. Sky Blue, though, she did have a phenomenal year, though.
Right now.
But the top 3, definitely interesting. Number 3 was Rhea Ripley, which is weird because I think she only had like 5 matches this year.
Yeah, she didn't do much.
I think most of them were with fucking Priest.
Oh God, that's right. Oh, but she's been in tag team matches with Io. I think that helps a lot too.
And she did have that really good match at WrestleMania too.
Yeah. The Runaway was tied at first place. The Runaways by 10 points over Rhea Ripley was Io Sky and Toni Storm. Pretty much everybody had them on the list in the top 4. Everybody pretty much did. Not surprising. They were the best wrestlers, bar none. There was no competition. Tony's character work, Io Sky's work ethic. There was nothing beating that. Tony's made Marina Shafir competent.
Yeah.
Like, really.
And that's saying
It is relevant.
Like, Marina Shafir never had a single good match her entire career until Tony Storm took over. Like,
Yep.
And she's looked really good with Tony, and she looked really good in that weird mixed nut match. They looked really good in that one. And then Io Sky, just a workhorse, and deserves the praise she gets. Obviously, Triple H is at least high on her as the workhorse of the division, and that's fair enough. And that inevitable heel turn with Rhea Ripley, I think it's gonna be really fun to see how that goes. And Rhea finally getting that win against Io could be a huge money making match if they give a shit about it. I don't know if they ever will or not.
I hope they do. That should be Mania.
Yeah, that should be Mania. But it might be Saudi Arabia Mania, so I don't know if it'll mean as much, but we'll see.
What, they're gonna wait a year plus for it?
It's Triple H, Dan.
I was gonna say it's Triple H.
Oh yeah, no, he likes to cook.
He might wait until it's New Orleans again in 10 years.
Unfortunately, Triple H overcooked.
But yeah.
Yeah, he cooks his steak medium well.
But Tony Storm and Io Sky got that one. So now into the men, tied at 9 and 10. Leon Slater and Joe Hendry. I'm glad some people picked Leon Slater though. By the way, he had a really good year, underrated year. Leon Slater.
Definitely.
And of course Joe Hendry.
I love watching him and Javon.
Yeah. Great chemistry there. What's gonna hold Leon Slater back is that he's got a weird accent that he hasn't quite figured out how to talk with. Like his British accent's quite. It's like Osprey's, where it's like he has to work on it a lot. Like Osprey's is kind of mush mouth if he doesn't.
Like very gritty.
It's really gritty and kind of mush mouth, and that's what Osprey kind of sounds like. But Osprey's kind of worked on it over the years.
Yeah, he's had longer to work on it.
Yeah, Leon Slater's like 20 years old.
But I feel like that might be part of why they put him with Javon.
Yes, because Javon is a good talker, a great talker.
Javon is a good talker and a high flyer that compliments him.
Yes. Then you got Joe Hendry. Winning that TNA title helped him a lot. Getting WrestleMania, getting the Royal Rumble. He checked all the boxes before even getting signed to the company. And apparently his contract is a main roster type contract. So he didn't sign until he got that payday, and good on him. Good on Joe Hendry and not settling for an NXT contract, because they would have fucked his character. If they're going to fuck his character, pay him. Yeah. Pay him. Like, and I hope Danhausen does the same, by the way. I hope Danhausen holds out for money too. Sorry, Dad. Go ahead.
No, you finish what you're saying.
I hope Danhausen does the same, because I know he's friends with Punk, and that's why he's not getting booked. But Danhausen pushes merch when he's not on TV. Right now, he pushes merch. Top 5 in AEW right now, pushes merch. If I'm Danhausen, I'm holding out for a giant contract in WWE, or I'm not going. I'm going to go in the indie scene and make more money. Because Danhausen's that kind of guy.
At least they're doing something deep, like, at least they're doing something okay with Joe Hendry to start. Like, I think a Miz feud makes sense.
Yeah.
Because Joe Hendry can make it funny.
And he did.
Oh my God.
And Miz,
I was going to say, that fight on fucking the Christmas Street fight or whatever.
Miz has tiny balls.
With him and Miz.
He's waiting for Hollywood
and then he starts
to call.
pulling on fucking. And then he freaking starts. Miz just starts opening packages and pulls out the ukulele and tiny Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, it's so Joe Hendry, and I hope they just keep. Even if it's all he ever does, I'm okay with it. Like, I'm okay with it. Whatever.
Say it.
Number 8. He had a great second half of the year that helped him a lot. John Moxley. Those first 4 months, I was so sick of him. You guys were on here when I was angry at Dynasty ending. Angry about it. A show destroyed by another John Moxley finish that we didn't need.
Yeah, his first few months were rough.
But that Hangman Page feud saved Moxley this year. Had a really good World's End, too. I don't think he should have won, but at least it was really good matches that he went into it. And yeah, number 7, and it's because he got hurt. He's this low. Will Ospreay. It sucks that he got hurt because he should be number 1.
I couldn't put him on. I don't think. Actually, did I even put him on my list? I don't even remember. I don't think I did.
Only 2 people put him on the list, and they put him at number 2 because he got hurt.
Yeah, I wanted to put him higher, and I just couldn't.
What do you think,
I
Dev?
couldn't see putting him on the list
Yeah,
because he got hurt.
and I will say,
he didn't have enough matches.
I will say some of the people that just made outside the vote was Obafemi and guys like that, Sami Zayn. And they got love from guys like Yeti, who watched mostly NXT this year and TNA. And he would have put Ospreay a little bit higher. I think he said he really liked more Swerve too, and Swerve just missed the cut too. But Swerve missed some time too, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Sure.
I'm still listening.
Yep. Number 6, Braun Breaker. Yeah, I mean, I personally would strap a rocket to him on Monday night. This Monday, strap a rocket to this kid. Put it on him.
Braun Breaker, what more needs to be said?
He did a Steiner math this year, and we loved it. He did a Steiner math in 25, and it was great. He did his own version, and it was funny as fucking great.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. What more can you say? 4 and 5 are tied. Two more young studs. The young guys really did a lot of work this year in 2025. Javon Evans and Konosuke Takeshita. Both got a lot of votes. At least in the lower end, but they did really well. Javon, like you were saying, Leon Slater, great chemistry with him. Javon, one of those guys that doesn't need a big title to make an impact. You put him on the main roster, he'll do well in that mid card.
No. And
he'll flourish there for the rest of his career if he has to. And that's fine. Fine. I don't know if he's a WWE World Title kind of guy, but he's also super young, and you never know what he could adapt himself into. But he's definitely a good mid card guy. I could definitely see that being a big thing for him.
He's an amazing in-ring worker. Like, he had some great matches this year.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely deserves the praise. And he's only, I think you said he's only like in his early 20s. He's only like 21 years old or something.
Yeah, Javon and Leon are both really
like
young.
that.
Really young guys. Leon Slater will be in NXT probably next year or sometime this year. And Javon will probably get called up. So those guys are going to tear it apart in WWE, I think. And then Konosuke Takeshita. Don Callis has worked his magic with this guy. Made him look like an actual stud. Won the New Japan World Championship. Did phenomenal work with Okada this year. That feud's still boiling over. I could see that coming to head at Revolution, being a fantastic match. Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher are the 2 guys I would say are the future of AEW. By far.
And Takeshita himself's only 30, so he's got another 10, 15 years.
Potentially, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Takeshi's pretty young. Apparently he did lose the title at Wrestle Kingdom, but it was apparently a really good match, and I had to go back and watch it because I like Tsuji as well. So,
I definitely want to watch that Okada and Tanahashi match too.
I'm sure Devin would join us on that one. Devin will join us for that Wrestle Kingdom show, I'm sure.
Say less. Say less.
So I guess I'm spending the $10 on it.
I think you are.
John Cena and Dirty Dom tied for second. Dirty Dom and John Cena. Hell yeah. Dirty Dom, just like Braun Breaker, just like Javon Evans, those guys are the future building blocks of WWE by far. Dom has potential to be the greatest heel of his generation. He just does.
And he's already proven he's the next. He's just as good as Eddie Guerrero was.
Yeah, 2-time IC champion, won the Mega Championship. Dirty Dom. I think pretty much everyone had him at least number 5. So a lot of people loved Dirty Dom this year.
I'm the only one who didn't put him on my list, I think.
Probably. Probably, yeah.
Mark Briscoe was my
I didn't have him on my list.
Oh, okay. So a lot of people put Dom up there. And that's that. You know what? Whatever. And then John Cena, again, he should be number 1, but they botched his ending so bad that you kind of feel bad for the guy. You really do. Like Dan and I are not Cena fans, and we feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, I feel I don't like Cena, but I respect him, and the respect I have for him made me feel really bad for the way that they booked his retirement tour this year.
WWE lit money on fire. On fire, not having him more dates. That Christmas tour, he could have ended on the Christmas SmackDown. You know how much money that Christmas show would have made on TV for them? Everyone's at home, captive audience, right there. No John Cena.
You know when he should have ended his retirement tour? WrestleMania.
Yeah, but if you're gonna if he was gonna end in 2025 regardless, he could have had a retirement speech as the main event of SmackDown on Christmas Day, that Christmas taping, and it would have aired on Christmas Day. Captive audience. He ends the night saying goodbye. We didn't get that. We got kind of one at the end of his show, which was fine. But it was a Saturday night's main event on YouTube. And at least put on SmackDown. SmackDown, at least he's known for being a SmackDown guy at the early part of his career. Imagine him ending and beginning on a SmackDown.
He won his first world title on SmackDown. That's where he got over. On SmackDown.
He debuted attacking Kurt Angle on SmackDown.
Yeah,
exactly. What makes you different? Ruthless aggression.
Yeah. If he was gonna end at 2025, I would have had him leave on that Christmas episode, and that would have been the perfect ending.
Just that moment just fucking solidified that he was going to be big.
Imagine you're a kid getting that double taping of SmackDown, and you get John Cena on Christmas on the Christmas taping show, and you get to watch it Christmas morning back.
Yep.
And you're a part of that. Again, lighting money on fire. For a company that
is good at that.
For a company that makes a ton of money, they light millions more on fire every year.
Because they can afford to.
Yeah, because they can afford to do it. But it makes me worried for AJ. It makes me worried for even a Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
That their golden child.
Well.
Yeah, those guys are not the golden children. Brock was only Vince's baby. And they don't want anything to do with Vince. They only brought Brock back to sell tickets for the ESPN show. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it didn't work.
And it sucked. Dan, we were watching the highlights while at the All Out show.
And it was bad.
They opened.
We watched the Brock and we watched the Brock and Cena match on the GO train home, and it was bad.
Yeah, the show ended. We're like, oh, okay. How do they follow up All Out's main event? Because it was a great main event. Squash match that we watched on the train.
Yeah.
45-minute train ride. We only watched that match because that was it. I'm like, oh, guess we're done here. That's it.
It didn't even hit 10 minutes.
Number 1, though, had the most nominations out of anybody this year. Hangman Adam Page. 3 top level nominations.
Does this mean that Okada and Fletcher did not make the list, or were they much lower down?
They did not make it. No one even nominated them.
That I nominated them, but not for number one.
No, Okada got only a 5th place one. Mark Briscoe got a 5th place one. Darby Allin and Bandito.
I gave Okada in 2nd place one.
Yeah, Okada only got your vote on that. And Bandito and Darby Allin only got 1 vote in there as well. So
that's shocking that Fletcher and Okada didn't get anything.
That's because someone like Peanut decided to dick around and waste 2 of their slots on The Rock and Alberto.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason. I gave my 5th to Mike Santana because I felt bad for the guy that he just didn't get the right booking. But yeah, Hangman Page. We've already said it. He's been great.
I was gonna say deserved.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're gonna end on the hate. This one got 5 top level nominations after culminating all of it together. WWE botching Cena. I don't have to say the other ones because WWE's all of them. War Games, the ending, Brock Lesnar coming in, the Rumble, all of it was so awful.
It was so bad.
Dan, I do have to ask one thing. The Masked Man saga could be anything. It could be either the El Grande Americano one or it could be the Austin Theory Waste of Our Time one.
I'm at the Austin Theory Waste of Our Time.
And the fact that they had 2 of those, Dan, made me think I had to ask you.
I actually kind of liked the El Grande Americano stuff when it was Gable. And then when they changed it to Ludwig, when Gable got hurt, it kind of should have died with it, but it didn't.
Yeah. I also have in here, also WWE stuff. Tiffany versus Flair was in there. Seth Rollins getting hurt was in there. That's not his fault. Jey Uso was probably 2nd place. And, I mean, awful. Pretty much not a single AEW thing was on this list except for Mox and Copeland.
And even then, for me, my worst was my list for the worst was Cena retiring, Gunther beating Cena, Cena working with The Rock, every PLE from WWE main shows, and 90% of all WWE's matches.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the sentiment everyone had, man. The one funny one was from Jeff, because 4 of his 5 are also Cena related. He put, "We never found out what Mercedes is a CEO of," as his 5th.
Oh my goodness.
I also threw in the TNA Gauntlet ending in a fucking tie on Bound for Glory. That's WWE levels of incompetent. That's old school TNA levels of incompetent. Let's put it back on.
Pretty much.
Let's put it back on Frankie Kazarian. Oh, we'll have to give it to Dolph, I guess, too, and then we'll have Kazarian cash in on Mike Santana right away. Here you go. Santana's 32-day reign ended because we didn't actually care about you winning. But yeah, Cena and WWE in general. I don't know what else you could say to that. I mean, it was God. I don't think I've seen such a consensus. Most of the top 10 is WWE botching shit related. We didn't need a Brock Lesnar return. 3 people voted for that one. We didn't need it. The ending of Cena Gunther got a top level from Ashley. She hated every bit of that.
Yeah.
The Rumble match got some votes. I know Dan's probably one of them.
Yeah.
And 5 people put number 1, the entire heel Cena run after the heel turn.
I put the entire retirement tour in one fell swoop.
And then the other one in there is WrestleMania screwing over New Orleans and going to Saudi Arabia. Like,
Yeah, because that's not needed either.
they just can't get out of their own way. You guys thought the Vince era was gone? No, it's TKO time, baby. It's UFC level of incompetence now. This is the shit UFC does. We should have known when Dana White was involved. Dana White is on the board TKO. He's a part of this.
Yeah.
The Rock is on the board with Dana White and Nick Khan. So we should know shit's gonna go awry. Oh. All right. Let's actually end with one quick one. Actually, what would you like to see in 2026 to you that would improve everything in WWE drastically? Just one thing, and like, you know what? I can go back and watch it again.
Anything.
Trying. Fucking trying.
Yeah.
I saw Sean Ross Sapp proposing Braun Breaker versus CM Punk would be a big money match for them instead of just running back the same shit. You could do Cody Roman later. If you want to do that again, you could do it again later. You don't need to do it now. Yeah, I mean, what about you, Dan? What would you do for you? One thing that could change everything for you.
I think maybe going with more like kind of you mentioned it earlier where all of WWE's world champions under Triple H, the youngest one is 38 years old. Maybe go with the younger guys. Like you said, put a rocket to Braun Breaker. Yeah, put the belt on him tomorrow night. And then build something good for him at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Actually build something good. Don't just
and if Seth's ready to go for WrestleMania, Seth and Braun Breaker, the Vision, right there.
But Braun has to win that.
I think Braun has to beat. I think Braun beating Punk on the season 2 debut of Raw tomorrow night would change the landscape like that. Like overnight.
It absolutely would.
It sounds like they're not going to, because I think aren't both titles on the line tomorrow?
That's sure.
Netflix, Monday.
No, because they're doing the Cody match on Friday.
They're doing Kabuki Wars versus Rhea and Io. I think it's going to end in a no contest. They're going to save that to WrestleMania.
Probably.
Women's tag team ladder match. Okay. Whatever. Maxine Dupree. Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch versus Candice LeRae versus Chelsea Green. Okay.
That's random.
That sounds like Maxine's winning to me.
It should be Chelsea.
Vaquer defending against. Oh my God! Stop it, Nikki Bella! The Braun Breaker has to win tomorrow, or I'm not watching this show. I can't do it. I can't. I can't. That one change would save Raw.
They're also doing a really weird Stranger Things collaboration.
Whatever, that's typical wrestling. It's such typical wrestling, so whatever. As long as it's not the golden egg, it's fine. You guys remember the golden egg?
Oh
The
God.
25th anniversary of The Rock, and The Rock wasn't there.
Yeah, they did the golden egg with Vince and fucking Austin Theory.
Gee, I wonder what
Was that?
Austin.
Was
Which,
that?
ki- which killed Austin
Greatest,
Theory's
Go
career.
ahead, Dev.
the greatest egg gimmick ever.
As opposed to
worse.
what? The
Gobbledygook.
gobbledygooker?
Oh no, I was saying it's not nothing compared to the gobbledygooker.
Oh, okay.
I was
yeah,
gonna say
this
you can throw your hate at it all you want, but it still ain't the gobbledygooker.
So yeah, this Raw is the crossover that airs right after the final episode of Stranger Things, just to wrap it up, which is fine. I expected nothing less from Netflix, to be fair.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean that's it for the show tonight, guys. I think for the most part, unlike last year, it was fair enough because like last year, match of the year was Danielson and Ospreay. Tony Storm won last year for women. WrestleMania 41 show of the year last year. Cody Rhodes was man of the year. We didn't really agree with that one.
No.
Moment of the year, Cody finishing a story. That was good. Like 2024 was such a stark difference for WB. like, but thank you guys for coming out, and that's all of us coming together on that, and we all pretty much agreed that Cena sucked, but not because of him. For once, had nothing to do with Cena's quality of matches. He actually had his best stretch of matches he's had in 10 years.
Absolutely.
It's just that nothing came of any of them and no booking. And it's a shame. An absolute shame. And I'm worried about AJ. Another thing that makes 2026 better for me is if AJ retires in TNA as TNA champion.
It probably won't happen.
No, it won't happen. You know what would be really good, Dan? If it was him and Samoa Joe retiring in the same match at Bound for Glory this year.
And it won't happen.
No, it won't happen. Absolutely won't happen. Unless Samoa Joe quits AEW and goes back to TNA for one night. Thank you guys for coming out. I will see you guys later.